Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome. First of all, I kind of want to apologize because I've been really slacking on making these videos. Life kind of happened, so yeah. But we're back, and hopefully we're going to be able to make more consistent videos from here on out. At least that's the plan, so. But anyways, today I wanted to talk about one of our other clairs. I know the last clair I believe I stopped on was clairvoyance, which was clear sight. Today we're going to be talking about clairsentience, which is clear sense or clear feeling. Um, clairsentience. This is kind of one of my. I have a love-hate relationship with this clair. Yeah, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk a little bit about it and all that good stuff or whatever. So. If you see me keep looking down, it's because I have a lot of notes written on it just so I can make sure I don't forget anything because my memory is not the best. So, yeah. But anyways, so yeah, clairsentience, clear feeling or clear sensing. So it's pretty much being able to sense other people's like emotions, different vibrations, like different energies. Like say for instance, you walk into a room or whatnot and you can like feel the energy change inside that room. Not necessarily the temperature change because that's a completely different clear. I mean like the energy itself, like the vibration itself inside, the frequency itself inside the room like changes when you walk in, or you can feel like the different energies or whatnot inside the room when you walk in. When you're with someone else, you can actually feel their energies coming off of them or their specific emotion. Yeah, just pretty much nouns. You can feel energies and vibrations of nouns, so people, places, and things. Now you know that you're experiencing clairsentience usually from like feeling some tingling or chills and maybe heaviness in the body, like you feel like just like this weight on you. For me personally, it kind of feels like it's not necessarily like on top of your skin, but kind of like underneath your skin, like like how where you would actually have like a tattoo, like how deep it is inside the skin, like that. Like it's like the feeling is coming from there, not necessarily on top of your skin. I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe it, but that's what it feels like to me anyway. It feels like it's coming from underneath the skin, and it's not necessarily anything like painful. It's just like how like with wind when it kind of like brushes against your skin, or if you brush your hand like against like a plant or something like that or whatever, like that very light kind of breezy feeling that you have. That's kind of how I would feel it, but it's like underneath my skin instead of being on top of my skin. Like instead of my hand physically touching like a plant, like it's like underneath my skin. If that makes any sense. I really hope I'm making sense because it sounds kind of weird saying it out loud actually, but it just, yeah. Like when you're like, for instance, for me, like if I'm speaking to, whoever I'm speaking to, whether it be the universe, my guides or whatever, I usually get communication with them because they will either do something like that, like give like kind of like that breeze kind of feeling. Usually on my left side. That's usually the side that I know I'm communicating with them, definitely. Or they'll stab me in my foot. I'm not gonna lie, that one's a little bit on the more painful side. But yeah, I'll ask, especially if I'm like asking a question that I kind of already know the answer to, or if I'm being like really stubborn. I'll notice that they'll kind of, yeah, I'll kind of get like a stabbing like right in my big toe. But it's like I said, it's like underneath the skin. It's not like, but it feels like somebody grabbed like a little pin or something and just boop, right into your toe. Like it's yeah. But anyway, those are a couple of my personal things that I get. But everybody's, it's going to be completely different how you experience yours when you're communicating with somebody, or if you're just feeling just nouns, the energies of nouns. This is one of those clairs where you really have to know thyself. And you really have to be kind of open-minded also, and being able to look at all different scenarios or variables that it could possibly be, because obviously, I mean, we're all we all humans, we all have human bodies, and sometimes our bodies do like random jumps here and there, or like your eye might freaking do a little flicker here and there, or you freaking you might have some random muscle like jump randomly or something like that, like it's just our bodies doing its thing, like existing. Or even like you might have like medical issues that cause your body to react differently or whatnot, just Oh, there's all kinds of scenarios that could possibly be. So pretty much what I'm trying to say is you need to have discernment. And in order for you to have discernment, you have to know thyself. This is what I mean when I say personally I have a love-hate relationship with this particular clairsense. Because of things that I've been through in my life, I have a tendency of disconnecting from my body. I think that also might help with the fact of me being able to see things from a broader perspective, because I'm able to do that just like randomly. But in general, I tend to disconnect from my body. So because of that, this particular clairsentience can be a little difficult for me to make sure that it's actually me speaking to something or actually feeling a specific thing, or if it's just my body doing its bodily things, because I disconnect from my body like so often that sometimes it can be a little confusing. You really want to make sure that you have complete discernment, and actually being able to use all your other clairs can also help with that too, because it all kind of boils down to trust, really. And like I was saying in one of the other videos, the claircognizant video, and you kind of have that knowing that what you're feeling, hearing, touching, or whatever is coming from that specific source, then it makes it a lot easier to trust your other ones, like this specific clair, which can be difficult for some people sometimes. So usually empaths are known to have a pretty strong clairsentience sense. Yeah, try saying that 5 times fast. Yeah, so they naturally kind of want to help other people, you know what I mean? They're really good at giving advice. They're just able to kind of have a deeper understanding of what people are going through because of being able to feel others' emotions and, you know, their vibrations and different things like that or whatever. So protecting your boundaries and self-care are extremely, extremely important. If you have this sense, like if it's prominent for you in general, or if it's just prominent for you right now, like it's something that you're working on right now, you definitely want to protect yourself. Because yeah, you can easily get very stressed out, drained, overwhelmed, even like, yeah, it can be pretty rough on you, on your energetic body and your spiritual body, in a sense. So you definitely want to make sure those are 2 requirements that are getting done regularly. Animals actually have a really good clairsentience sense also, you know, able to sense like danger, being able to sense the emotional states of other humans or other animals or anything like that. So one way you can actually practice is if you do have a pet, you can actually practice with your pet in general. You can do like a meditation or whatnot with your pet. That's kind of connecting that way. Kind of can make it your familiar if you want to, or just if you just want to, you know, just kind of connect with your animal a little bit more or whatever. But I mean, if you don't have animals, you can, like I said, you can do it really with anything, any noun, people, place, or things. It can be an inanimate object if you want it to be inanimate. There we go. Inanimate object, like whatever. It literally can be anything, because all clairsentience is feeling energy of whatever that is. So it can literally be anything. There's also a lot of things that can obviously mess with this sense a little bit, you know, environments, your emotional state, any of their nouns, emotional states, energy fluctuations, like whatever. Hell, even freaking like the earth itself. You like some clairsentience can actually feel like when things are happening to the earth itself, like when an earthquake's gonna come or something like that. Like there's so many different variables that can kind of like, you know, mess things up a little bit. So again, like I said, discernment is really, 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 really key for this particular sense. And again, this is one of those sense that it's going to vary for everybody. So how you experience these, you know, things or whatever, it's going to be completely different, like how I'm going to experience, how somebody else is going to experience it. So practice makes perfect. Easiest way to practice it was, I mean, I do have like some videos, if you want to check out some other videos or whatever to kind of give up some more ideas or whatever, but meditation is a really big one. You can actually, like whoever you believe in, you can ask for guidance or ask them to, you know, communicate with you or whatnot in a specific way, like and be direct. Don't sit there and beat around the bush, like be like, I want you to poke me here, or you know what I mean, like they'll do it if you ask them to do it, you know what I mean. It sounds weird, I know, if you've never done it before, like who the fuck are you talking to and like what, but like literally just ask them, they're here to help you. And if you don't believe in anything at all, whatever, I mean, this might make you believe it, who the fuck knows. I mean, you can think of it as being like your higher self speaking to you, or your future self speaking to you, or, you know, I don't know, hell, freaking whatever, I don't know, like whatever, you can have it whoever the hell you want. This is your reality, okay? There's no right or wrong to any of this. It's just you gotta know thyself. Like, this is one of those ones you can't really like outwardly prove it, you know what I mean? It's something that has to be like internally experienced in order for you to understand. So you got to have an open mind, like I said, got to have discernment. But yeah, I mean, you can even think of it as like your gut feelings, like your gut talking to you, if you want to just look at it that way, because I mean, that is what it is. Also, you know what I mean? So just, yeah, you can simplify it, or you can just make it more grandeur if you like, but either way, just be patient, practice, do a lot of meditating, and you can, like I said, you can practice with any noun, with any, it literally, you just like to hold the object in your hand or whatever, or hold your animal in your hand, or just sit across from your animal or whatever. Just, you know, just like connect yourself with whatever you're trying to connect yourself with. But grounding yourself out in nature, just being out in nature in general, is really good. If you have this sense, or if you're trying to build up this sense. I mean, it's being out in nature will kind of help with all the senses. Being out in nature will help in general with your life. But if you're really trying to build up this one, grounding yourself in nature would be really good. Because like I said, you're kind of feeling the emotions and vibrations and different things of everything else. So being out in nature will kind of help you to ground all that, to bring everything back to you. And make sure you, like I said, protection. However you deem protection for you to be, whether you visualize it mentally, carry crystals, sage, whatever. Just protection, grounding, self-care. Yeah, and self-awareness, really. Just kind of know thyself, like I said. So if you're really wanting to, speak to the other side, or speak to a spirit or whatever, this is a good sense to have. Because like I said, you can actually communicate with them through like actually feeling them. Yeah, but then again, even if you're doing that, protect yourself. If you're afraid of getting communication from something that you don't want it to be from or whatever, protection. Like the same way that you can protect yourself in this reality with guns and knives and pepper sprays and stuff like that, you can protect yourself in that reality with sage and salts and oils and prayers. You know what I mean? It's just different tools, but do the same damn thing. So yeah. But if you come in there with a fearful mind, fearful things can happen, because your mind makes up your reality, which I'm sure we all know by now. And if you don't know, now you know. Other ways of developing these skills, you can do energy work, like Reiki, journaling. Definitely, actually, journaling would help with any of the clairs, truthfully. Write down like all the experiences that you have or whatnot, and you can like look back on it. Because it's one of those things where your body or your guides, angels, whoever you believe in or whatever, they want to help you. But if you don't know what you want, they can't help you. You know what I mean? Like I said, you have to be very direct. So if you are writing down or keeping track of things that are happening, like if you're trying, for instance, you're trying to build your clairsentience and you write down all the experiences that are happening, they will continually give you experiences which can in turn help with your trusting of whenever you do receive them. You know what I mean? But if you're not keeping track of it or anything like that, your brain, your body, whatever, it's going to be like, okay, well, there's other things that we can focus on in your life because there's other things going on. So if that's not important for you, then we can find something else that's important for you. Trust me, I got you. So it's one of those things where you have to put the consistency in it. You have to be wanting to do this, pretty much. Benefits of having this or building this up, building your intuition for one, definitely. You can communicate with yourself and with others a lot better, because you're going to have a deeper understanding of people and things and situations. Empathy would be a lot stronger. Let's see, what else? I mean, there's quite a few. Like I said, I have a whole nother YouTube like short or whatnot that explains a few of these already. Yeah, emotional healing, like if you're going through any kind of like trauma, or if you're trying to heal from different things in your past life or whatnot, or childhood or whatever, this can kind of help with healing through that. Well, as you develop anyway. But yeah, like I said, I have like a whole other shorts for how to develop it, what the benefits are. How do you know if you have it? Like, this is just a couple like little snippets here and there, whatever. But and if you're interested, I also do have a shop where I sell journals, candles, pendulum boards, different things like that to kind of help build up your clairs. If you are interested in that, links in the bio, or I might have the link down in the comment section. I don't know. I'll try to have it in both though, but it's definitely in my bio no matter what. But I'll try to have it in the description down below too. Again, I already made a previous video of like how do you know if you actually have this particular sense, but just to name a couple, if you get kind of like anxious being around like crowds or big events, you're really connected to like animals or nature. If you feel yourself being drained a lot, moody, uh, very sensitive to a lot of different things. Again, these things can also, be, medical reasons or mental reasons or physical reasons or whatever too, whatnot. So you want to make sure that it's not any of those before, you kind of just jump to the conclusion, oh, it's a clairsentient. Like it could, you could just have ADHD or some shit, you know what I mean? Or, whatever. So again, discernment. Discernment, discernment, discernment. Know thyself. A lot of people that tend to have clairsentience, they usually go for careers or tend to be in careers like counseling, therapy, a lot of like any artistic expression, really. So like musician, painters, sculptors, they usually have clairsentience pretty well because you're able to, like, clairsentience, we're very open to like art. We feel like emotions from like art and creativity and whatnot very strongly. A lot of us usually tend to have something or delve somewhere in the artsy world too. Yeah, coaching, even some investigation work. I've known like some they'll actually go into that field too, whatever. Because like I said, gut feeling. That's kind of what this is, or whatever. A lot of cops and whatnot, they'll like get a gut feeling about a certain situation, or a lot of detectives will get a gut feeling about a certain situation. Granted, could be wrong. Again, like I said, there's so many other freaking variables that are in here. This is one of those ones where you have to be very discerning. But that gut feeling, could also be something like that too. So this is also one of those senses that kind of works in tandem with other senses. I mean, granted, all the senses work together usually, but this one definitely works pretty much in tandem with other ones, like either clairalience or clairgustance, so the clear smelling, clear hearing, or clear tasting, or any one of those usually works in tandem with that to kind of give you like an overall picture of what's kind of going on. Yeah, so this one kind of has like a couple of like little subcategory clairs underneath it or whatever. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment below, all that good stuff. Please and thank you. It's really helpful. Appreciate it. That's an ugly heart. Hold on. I got you. There we go. That's better. Ow.